Well, welcome back. It's a Wildcat Wednesday, and we have James Coover from the Wildcat Extension District with us to share some information on some upcoming workshops. Welcome, James. Thank you for being with us today.
Yeah.
So there's a fermentation workshop happening with the Extension office. Can you talk to me a little bit about that?
Yes, and so it's part of our homesteading series. And so the next one actually will be tomorrow, which will be pressure canning. That will be in Independence West Community College. And then the week after that, on May the 2nd, I believe, we'll do our fermentation workshop also at the Independence West College in Independence.
Wonderful.
So today I thought we would kind of play a sort of game.
Okay.
Where we try to match the food product with the fermentation method that we use to get that product in a very general aspect.
Yes, and for those of home who might not know, they might have heard the word fermentation, they might love some of the things that involve fermentation. What specifically is fermentation?
So fermentation is using bacteria or a fungus really to create some sort of product.
Yes.
And so adding that into something, making a culture of some kind. And so like for instance, cheese, right?
Yes.
It's a fermented product.
Absolutely.
So out of the three here, we have acetic acid, bacteria. We also have yeast fermentation, and we have lactobacillus, and so lactic acid fermentation.
So I'm putting that right in here.
That's right. Cheese.
Yes.
That's good. So some of the harder ones here. How about sauerkraut?
Sauerkraut. Okay. So I'm between these two. And I'm going to go with this, the acetic acid.
Yes,
because it's, you know, bright and, is that correct? I don't know.
So here's some harder ones. Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Oh, I don't know. I think I'm going to put that with the sauerkraut too. It's kind of the same like flavor combination.
This one's easy, right?
This one is so easy. I'm going to put that straight in the yeast bucket.
In the yeast? This is a good one.
Ooh.
Salami.
Ooh. You know, I am not too sure in that. I think I'm...
It's weird to think
I think I'm going to put this one in this one too.
But yeah. What's this? Chocolate.
Chocolate.
Did you know that chocolate was fermented?
I had no idea.
When they harvested it, it all gets fermented. Otherwise, chocolate would not be near as good.
Does it go in here? Is it milk
think?
Included? I don't. I think, you know
You're
what?
getting close.
Sugar, I think yeast.
I
think, no?
You're not doing too bad. There are some things we've got to adjust here. Kombucha.
Straight in the acetic one.
Yes, you were right with that one. And so you can get beer, right?
Yes.
CO2.
Yes.
Vinegar.
Right in there.
How about soy sauce?
Soy sauce. I think I'm going to put that in the yeast. Is it not in the yeast or is it acetic as well? Is it the lactic one?
Actually, a lot of these are in the lactic.
You're joking.
Let's say chocolate.
Okay.
That's actually similar to vinegar.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. Meat and sauerkraut, these both go in the lactic.
I'm learning so much here right now about the foods that I love.
Lactic, you think lactic acid, you think lactose. It's actually lactic acid. And so a lot of our stuff is made with the lactic bacteria fermentation. Same thing with yogurt, that's lactic, of course.
Yes.
Kimchi, that's also lactic. Yes. So our vegetables have a natural amount of it. So it's odd. We have probably a dozen different types of bacteria and funguses that we use for fermentation. It's all very different processing. And so, and of course, you know, in the industry, they got to be careful with it, and we got to make sure that we're doing it correctly.
Absolutely.
So this workshop, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing a lot of processing and learning how to do this stuff safely, correctly, and some fun stuff too.
Absolutely. Well, be sure to check that out. And when we come back, James will provide some insight on summer grasses. Oh, welcome back to the KOAM Morning News. Now, before the break, James was sharing about the upcoming fermentation workshop. We had a lot of fun guessing your favorite foods and, you know, where they fell into those buckets. But there will also be another workshop in June, this one on summer grasses. So talk to me a little bit about, you know, the summer grasses and the grazing school.
Yes, and so the grazing school is a two-part program. Basically, this is the second part where we're combining all this stuff together and create a good grazing plan. And so that's the idea. The first one was on cold season grasses, and this one will be on warm season grasses.
Okay,
what I have here.
Yes.
And so, you know, we have orchard grass here. We have switchgrass, which is kind of a native sort of. This is not a good native. This is actually poverty grass is what we call it, road sedge. It takes over fields that are low in fertility.
Okay.
You know, we try to fight it, but it's actually a native, which is oddly enough.
How interesting.
This one is poison hemlock. And so right now is the best time to control this stuff. This is probably enough to kill multiple people. if we ate this specific thing, it's very, very
Oh,
poisonous.
wow. Look
At this
at
point,
that.
it's actually less poisonous than when it gets older. I mean, when it gets full size,
Does it,
it's
I mean, grow, bush
incredibly-
out, change
yeah, it
color,
gets
anything
really
like that?
huge.
Okay.
It's very, very toxic.
Wow.
And so it's
Wow.
very deadly for cattle, livestock of any
Yes,
kind.
absolutely.
We have some red clover here, and so this is a that's good for cattle. And so the idea behind the grazing workshop is combining all of this stuff together and learning how to rotate cattle properly, grazing pressures, all those things. It's a very intricate science, honestly,
Yes,
putting it all together.
absolutely.
And so this will be on June the 8th at the Parsons Research Center.
June the 8th at the Parsons Research Center, and then times, things like that. And where can people go to sign up to learn more about grass and the grazing process?
Yes, and so they can come to our website, and so K-State Extension, Wildcat District.
Yes.
And so our website kind of has all those details and events lined out, and that'll probably be the easiest way to get hold of us.
Absolutely. So be sure to sign up for that grazing class and the fermentation workshop as well to, expand your knowledge and learn more about the agriculture and the things that are in our area. Thank you so much, James, for being with us. And remember, the fermentation workshop will be on May 2nd and the grazing school will be on June 8th. Stick around. We'll be right back.